Welcome to another episode of What's in Your Bag. Today we're featuring Dwayne T-Square Cicluna. We'll find him today at his home track, toiling away, perfecting that swing that has seemed him termed the mad scientist. Let's dive in, shall we? So, welcome T-Square. Thank you for joining us on another episode.
Thanks for having me. The pleasure's yours.
You are quite the enigma. It did take us a long time to track you down. Okay. So, please tell us, where did you learn the science behind all of your techniques?
Well, it all started when I was working as a janitor at a school, even though I knew that I was smarter than everybody there. But one afternoon I just started seeing half equations on a blackboard and I'd start solving them.
Is that the plot to Good Will Hunting?
No.
It sounds a lot like the movie Good Will Hunting.
No. Anyway, so me and my best friend, who's Ben Affleck, we were both knocking around.
So please, do tell us, give us some insight into the science behind your swing.
It all started in my practice of building a reference by hitting one club over and over. So say I hit my 9-iron, which goes, 265 yards. Now that distance is going to vary depending on the temperature, altitude, time of day, and of course wind. For example, if I was hitting in the morning, no way is my 9-iron going to do 265. Maybe in the afternoon when it warms up and I have my ball temperature at 13, maybe 14 degrees. But in the morning, a little bit of dew, a little bit of water on the club face, we know that ball's going to actually go and increase spin and go, just that bit shorter. So now we need to factor in, first cut, ball, will it come out 5-6 yards dead? What's the grain? Which direction is that going in? Is it going to launch you lower or add spin? If it's down the grain, the club slides a little quicker, a little bit more spin out of it. If this is sitting up on, let's say, zoysia, you're going to get, a bit more pop. It's going to give you an extra 5 yards, of course, based on the center of the gravity being underneath the ball. Now, all of this is just what I'm factoring in. If you choke down a 1/2 inch, that's 3 yard comes off. Turn pivot foot out 2 degrees, 7 yards added. 1 degree loft by opening up the face, it's an extra 4 yards. So if I have a pin at 248 yards, my lie is first cut on center and a blue cooch. I choke down 1/2 inch, open face 1 degree, and boom, there's my 7 yards off I need. It's these nuances that I factor in, that allow me to be so precise. All these variables I can process in about 25-30 minutes before I take the shot.
But aren't you worried some might say 25-30 minutes before you take a shot could be construed as too long?
Hurry the up! Come on.
Okay. People often call you the mad scientist. How do you feel about that?
Well, that all started when I was coaching Dyson DeChambeau.
Do you mean Bryson DeChambeau? Okay, moving on. Now, there's a story going around that you actually count every dimple on every golf ball. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Golf ball is much like a snowball. Each one has its own unique fingerprint and, these aren't visible to the naked eye. But I've developed a comprehensive way to test each ball and identify its unique characteristics, to enhance each shot.
Fascinating. Truly fascinating. Now, T-Square, do you mind if I call you that?
Yeah.
You're often ridiculed for your choice of putter. Why? Tell us why you have stuck with this through the years.
Well, the short game has always been the most challenging part of the game. Everybody knows that. The science of hitting a drive is simple. You've got velocity, force, thrust, drag, dodge, duck, dip, dive, force, and drag. But putting has unknown factors throughout the green itself. Each green varies. What's the weather been like that day? How high is the humidity, UV index? Who's watered and fed and maintained the green? On what schedule are they using? Are they right-handed or left-handed? All of this needs to be calculated before I take the shot. So that's why I don't just use one putter. I carry 3.
So talk to us about your pre-shot routine. Is that where T-Square originated?
Well, Well, it can be argued that, the most important thing when teeing off is your feet placement. So my pre-shot routine is comprised of a vigorous series of checks to ensure that all of my parameters are met within the range, So one of which is squaring the alignment of my feet to the tee. So, one shot I was doing this and it was televised live on Fox Sports, and, the nickname stuck ever since.
Fascinating. Mr. T-Square! Mr. T-Square! Can you sign this, please?
Ah, no problem. There you go. Hey, stay in school.
So I think everybody would love to know, what is your favourite club in the bag right now? We'd really love to see the pre-shot routine and see us swing in real life. Can we see it?
Yeah, sure. If you've, spare 45 minutes.
We got 45, 30, we got 40 minutes, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
What was that? You bloke said this guy could play golf. That just wasted half an hour doing this stupid